Hi, everybody. I certainly hope that this is going to work out for us again. I'm coming to you again. This is Angela McGowan, your professional healthcare advocate and your caregiver strategist. Right now, if you can see me, then you are able to see the guest invite where you can come on. So, this is the link that you can use to come on and be a part of my broadcast. I am talking about my new venture. I was part of the Black Friday Challenge with Vanessa Collins, and this is the results, how to get out of the hospital alive. So today, there's my name. I was attempting to bring on a guest, Andrea McGee, my daughter, and our internet, everything was going different. And so I'm going to see if it's possible for her to get on again. She can't join me so that everyone can hear, then she can join me and sit next to me. So one way or another, we are determined to pull this off so that all of you can help me celebrate this amazing day. And she is also going to share her healthcare journey that I know happens to everyone every day. And that's why I wrote the book. And I do know that there are a lot of people that need assistance with this. And so I am inviting you to share me today with them. So if you're on with me, if you come on with me, if you'll share it, I really would appreciate it. I'm going to share myself as well. Okay. This is a win right here. Up here. Trying. All right. So I'm going to see if Andrew is going to be able to use that link and get on. But if not, I can guarantee you. Yes. We will be able to still share her adventure on her healthcare journey. So let me just say that I want to just let you know that what my book has a little introduction. I want to read just one paragraph to you while she is getting that part together. And here it is. The idea for this book is the result of my own emotional and tearful breakdown during my own hospital stay. No one other than my husband knew of it. It was a complete surprise, even to him, as I carefully and quietly concealed my feelings and my fears until I was completely discharged and out of the hospital. So, this book's title is filled with the anxiety and prayers of hope as a direct result of my unexpected reactions that I had the day I got out of the hospital and realized, yes, I made it out alive. So, this book, that's my introduction, but it actually, let me just let you know, it's not just about my adventure, that's just an introduction, but it actually has ways for you and your loved ones to be able to do what's necessary on your healthcare journey so that you will not have to worry about getting out of the hospital alive. And it talks to you about your one-on-one physician care, hospital care, your insurance, benefits. So I've tried to put a lot of things in it that would definitely help everyone to be able to be excellent steward of their health care. So I see that Andrea hasn't made it on yet. But let me just say, I'm going to just want to give a awesome commercial break for Vanessa Collins. If you have a book or books inside of you that you want to bring out and share with the world, because the world is looking for what you have, I'm inviting you to be a part of Vanessa Collins' next year book writing group. It's going to be starting in January, and your book will be ready for Good Friday. It'll still be a Friday, but you'll be ready for Good Friday. So that's Van Collins. And so I just let me put her up there while we're waiting. And it appears my guest is going to make it this time. I see her. I don't know if she sees me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yes. Okay. I Miss
Um,
McGee, and for all of you, I'm like so excited. I know I just pushed something wrong, but I thought I'd slow down and try it again. All right. So Andrea has had a very interesting journey this year. And as my job, especially as my guest, I like for her to share some of the things that happened to her. I know that this is going on with so many people, multiple appointments, seeing different specialists, not necessarily the specialists that you're looking for to see, but ones that you're sent to see. So let's hear about her journey. Andrea, please share.
I'm just going to move really quickly because I want to make sure that this makes it. But thanks so much for having me on. Congratulations on the launch of your book. And I thought it was very important, and I wanted to share with as many people as possible because I had a personal story and journey. And so for those that are watching this, I'm going to, share in a couple of places as well. But long story short, I was sharing a little earlier that I've been on a health and fitness journey for the most part for the past 2 years. As of this October, because I did have a health scare. I was having some unexplained pains, and I was trying to figure out like what's going on. And a part of that I understand is just getting older, like in your 30s. Nobody told us, but like things start to happen and change. So it was some of that. But also like you just know your body. And so I want to encourage people, if you're feeling any kind of way for whatever reason, get it checked out. It may be nothing, but it may absolutely be something. Another thing that contributed to that is just that I've had quite a few friends, like more than I would even care to count, that I feel like should still be here, but for whatever reason, didn't go to the doctor. By the time they got there, it was too late. Something that could have been fixed, something that was diagnosed that wasn't correct, like all these different things. And so it made me more mindful of, making sure that I was okay. So I started on something called the 100 Days of Fitness Journey, where I was intent on working out or doing some sort of movement in my body, whether it's dancing, taking a class, biking, walking, running, whatever, weight training once a day for at least 15 to 20 minutes a day. That really picked up. So many people joined the party, and here we are 2 years later. And I'm really excited about starting like our ninth cycle inside of the new year. But this year in particular, a lot of those days were stalled because I was literally in pain the majority of the year, and I could not explain it. I didn't really know what was going on. I felt like a hypochondriac. I was like, I don't think anybody is going to understand or believe me. Like it was.
So let me break into that right now, Andrew, because that's really an important part that goes I talk about in the book. So you did go to the doctor, but it's the doctor's response that I want you to just talk a little bit about. So is it because you already felt you knew what was wrong with you, or when you went there, you just were hoping they knew what was wrong with you?
And that might be it. It might be because I'm the type to try to figure things out generally, that I went there with, well, maybe it's this, and I was looking for someone to either co-sign, like let me know that's what it is, or give me a clear answer to what it was. And I didn't get either. I was pretty much sent on a wild goose chase. I've been to the emergency room this year probably a good 3 or 4 times. And I probably have not been to the emergency room in my life 3 or 4 times. So that was pretty disconcerting. But I felt like at least there I could I knew I wasn't going to die. Like if I get to the emergency room, they run those immediate tests or whatnot. You at least have that much faith. Like, okay, even though I'm having, and when I say pains, I wasn't specific. I was having chest pains, like sharp chest pains. So that in itself is very scary. For it to be unexplained is scary. So, you go to the ER and they do an EKG or they do your blood pressure or whatnot. They can at least say, okay, you are going to live. Now, we don't know what else is going on, but it's not your heart. As a matter of fact, they told me I had my heart was perfect. This was, maybe about March of this year. But
let me interject right there. I'm sorry if you break, because I want to make sure everybody's grasping this part. When you go to the emergency room and you have whatever you said you present with, like I tell my clients, and I want to remind everyone, after you leave the emergency room, if you're not admitted, you need to go see your professional. You need to go see your primary care physician, and you need the primary care physician to move backwards. And what I'm saying, to go and look at what's going on in the emergency room, you should not go and tell the doctor what happened. The doctor is going to usually says, so you went to emergency room, and just like, so you're feeling better, or they took care of that. No, if you took any test, if you signed your name, the doctor should say to you, you went to the emergency room and this is what they found and this is the way we're going. Because what happens is we're on the self-diagnosis train, and that leads us to go to a series of test diagnostic situations that aren't needed. Let's let the doctor be the expert, but when he is not following through, then we are going to have other things we can do, which you can find where? In my book. All right. What a commercial. All right. So you went to the emergency room, you're, with all these heart issues. So you found out your heart was perfect. Yay.
Right. Praise the Lord. But there's still no, it sounds like some echoes and things. I don't know if you can hear it on your end. There's still no answer as to, what is going on. And so, a little backstory, I had the flu this year as well. So respiratory virus, chest pain, they were lumping it all together at first, like, well, you just need to rest. And those that remember, I was pretty much in the bed for 3 weeks. And then I was like, look, I have to lay here. I was feeling a little better, but not 100%. And so another thing, just to piggyback off the points you made, and because I'm an entrepreneurial coach and I know that I have lots of entrepreneurs that follow me, some that may have full-time employment, may be full-time entrepreneurs, and sometimes, the biggest issue having health insurance, minimal health insurance, and I think I don't know if I'm still.
We can still hear you, but you were breaking up a little bit. Oh. No, I can still hear you. Okay. Because you were talking about your insurance and things like that on your way to why you were doing this at the hospital.
Right. So I was just saying for those who are not insured or underinsured, it can be a challenge as well. Maybe not having had proper health care up until the time that you start feeling a certain kind of way, or only having, the ER or urgent care as your options, when, as you mentioned, having your primary care physician is very vital and important. At the time, my PCP was, I don't have a nice word, but it was just off. I needed another one. Okay. Like, absolutely needed another one. And, Ms. McGowan helped me to navigate that, that I didn't know. I thought I had to utilize the primary care physician that I was given. I really didn't know that I had the opportunity to shop around. And so at this point, I'm very happy with my PCP, but so all of that started in March. It took until October for me to get aligned, because that first doctor took me down a rabbit hole, and I wound up, ER. And then finding a new doctor, getting on their schedule, getting to the doctor, And then we started another course of action and testing. So pretty much from March until just very recently, I was just wondering, and when I say very recently, I mean yesterday. Yesterday was the first day that I received a diagnosis, if you will, from a specialist or a doctor that said, this is why you have been experiencing discomfort. Everybody
Okay, so
else.
I'm going to break in here again. Hold your point. Let me break in just a second. So March until December. Okay, that is 6 months. Now, I want to just say that I know that it is very trying when you are dealing with the insurance companies and like Andrea is saying, like a lot of things she didn't know. A lot of people are going to their doctor or the person assigned because they think that's it. That's all they can do. And so that's why, as your professional healthcare advocate, I teach you right here how you can get your doctor. You can get excellent benefits, excellent care from your benefit package, minimal benefits, maximum benefits, regardless. I say healthcare is your right. Okay, it's not just like a side thing that you do. It's not anything on the side. So that's what I'm saying. You can always contact me and I will help you get what you need, because I did help Andrea on her journey, but I sort of was like documenting her for my book too. Look at that. Because I wanted to see what was her decision. And her decision, because I remember saying, let's just get rid of that doctor. And she said, well, he's already put in the referral. You see that, and that is what so many people say. They're waiting for the referral. They're waiting for this. They're waiting for that. But between March and December, so many things she did suffer and go through in that 6 months that was not in the plan of care. It should not have been part of her plan of care. All right, go ahead with it, ma'am. Please continue.
Oh, I forgot where I was. But,
I'm sorry. As of yesterday, you got your diagnosis, so you had the 6 months. You found your wonderful doctor, thanks to me. Thank you.
I did. And the specialist, that I saw yesterday. Well, we got the test results yesterday, but I saw him maybe for the first time, maybe about 3 weeks ago. And when I walked in, and he read everything and asked me a couple of questions, he was so incensed. He was like, why did it take so long for them to get you to me? And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Because I've been asking for you from day one. So when I had the flu, I had the chest pains, initially they thought it was cardio and we would come back to that again. But they told me, your heart is perfect. I remember someone saying that, like, oh, it's not just okay, like your heart is perfect. Oh, wonderful. I would go to the ER again in a different city and state, and they wanted to refer me to cardio. I just left there. I didn't even bother with them. By the time I got to the new primary care physician, the first place that they wanted to send me was to a cardiologist. So this is the third time that I have, heard or had some sort of heart testing. And this time they wanted to go deeper, not just, the EKG. They wanted the echocardiogram. They wanted the stress test, a sleep test, like so many different things. And I'm not gonna lie, I start thinking, well, maybe something's wrong with my heart. Like, even though somebody's already told me that my heart was perfect, but I'm like, why do these people keep pointing back to the heart? And again, you don't want to lose your life, or me, I don't lose my life over like, oh, I didn't get this checked out. So I was like, okay, well, it's worth it, I guess, to go get the test and know for sure that that's not what it is. But at the same time, whatever it was persisting, and I had no answers for that. But over and over again, I kept asking for a gastroenterologist. I was like, something's not right. It's not my lungs. Now you guys have ruled out my heart. It's something else. And so the only thing that I could think of was, some gastro issues. I was like, maybe, it's acid reflux, maybe it's stomach, it's whatever. somebody tell me, but this, what you're sending me to is not it. And so when I finally got to the GI, like I said, he was very upset because he said that the symptoms that I presented, yeah, it could be acid reflux or GERD, but it also could have been, I think he said like esophageal cancer. Like he was like, they have the same symptoms. I mean, of course, there are other symptoms that come with cancer, but you know, based on what I shared with the doctors prior to him, they should have gotten me to him faster. And he was upset.
Let me put a pin in that. That is so true. But there's another situation that happened with Andrea. When she went to the first specialist, that specialist said that they had spent 2 or 3 weeks, because how long it took, trying to get the notes from the primary care physician, and the physician said there were no notes. There were no notes. She came in and saw that primary care physician twice. And when she went to the specialist says, well, tell me about it, because there are no notes. So that is why I tell everyone, look, is your primary care physician your friend or your foe? Okay, because they're the gatekeeper. They're the gatekeeper whether you get in or out of the gate, whether you can even go to the gate, whether you go to the right gate. All right, so your primary care physician is the person who's supposed to be your ally, supposed to listen, be an active listener. If you don't feel you're having that, you should be talking to me. As a matter of fact, everyone should go to bit.ly alive 1220 Big 10. There are 10 mistakes you make at every doctor's visit. Okay, and I don't want you to keep doing that. So this is what I would like for you to sign up for, 10 mistakes, because what you say to the primary care or what you don't get said to you by the primary care can take you on a 6-month journey. I remember Andrew came out of the doctor's office, and the lady was, this was even at the new primary care physician, went to the new one. And we saw her nurse practitioner, because it was like, you just get in because you're trying to get a referral. And there was a problem with the medicine. And the woman just sort of told Andrea, okay, well, we'll get you the authorization. So now you're leaving your doctor's office, you're still in pain. What are you going to do about it? There should be a medication, there should be a regimen, there should be some kind of advice that happens until the referral, because a lot of things can happen to you between I left the primary and I went to the referral. And a lot of things did. She did go back, get that medical advice about the prescription, what she's supposed to do. But when she left there, she didn't have that medical advice. So that's why you have to transform from being a doctor's patient to a powerful patient. And a powerful patient is persistent, purposeful, prepared, and powerful. That's right. Okay, Andrea, I'm sorry to keep breaking into your, but I want people to sort of like stop and think about, like, that happened to me. That could have happened to me, because once someone tells you more than once there's something wrong with your heart, you're going to start thinking like maybe the first person was wrong. And if the other 2 and 3 say something's wrong with my heart, then you're going to begin to ignore all the other symptoms, because you're going to push for somebody to fix your heart. But in this case, there was nothing wrong with it.
Amen.
And that is a big problem. That is an issue. That's not a small thing. You know, having a problem with your heart is not like you use the wrong nail polish. No, it's a big deal.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say, I mean, it was a very taxing, I mean, just generally dealing with pain consistently for that period of time. I mean, I had some times where it would dissipate or where it was completely gone, but for the majority of the year, you know, I dealt with physical pain, and then you're starting to deal with like mental and emotional stress because you don't know what's wrong. You're trying to explain. You feel like people don't believe you, or they don't, like, they really don't know. You don't know, they don't know. And they're supposed to be the person or people that know. And so it was just very, very trying. And on top of that, like just trying to live your regular life, as an entrepreneur, really having to get out there and get after it when you don't feel like it physically or mentally, was very, very exhausting. I'm grateful, at this point that, the answers that we have, it can be fixed, but there are so many people that go through this type of thing and what, like their answer is something, worse. Oh, if we would have found this out a couple of months ago, or if we would have found this out a year ago, and the person has been diligent about going to the doctor, but they have not received the information that they need. I also started documenting things, and I know you have some wonderful things in the works to help people to document, but I started taking notes, and as soon as somebody, well, why are you here? Hold on for a minute. And I would take out my Google Docs on my phone and I would give them the rundown because, I can't even trust that it's in my medical notes. One of my last appointments, I was sitting in the doctor's office and the nurse comes in and goes, what are the medications that you're on? And so, I start to list the medications that I know. I've, told them one was an allergy pill, one was like a Prilosec, that's the basic, and then like a multivitamin. I'm not like on hardcore drugs, so I could remember that. And he goes, "What about the Xanax?" And I was like, "What? Uh-oh, I feel like I'm not on the stream anymore."
I still see you.
We still know you. Okay, because this is important. So he goes, what about the Xanax? And I'm like, Xanax? And I'm like, it sounds familiar to me, but not familiar because I'm taking it, but like I've heard it before. I was like, no, I don't think I'm taking that. Well, it's right here in your chart. I was like, no, I don't. I don't think so. He was like, Xanax, for anxiety. I was like, oh, the devil is a lie. Maybe Zantac, but not Xanax. Now, again, there's no disrespect to anybody who needs to take Xanax, but the problem is Zantac and Xanax are not even the same. Like they're far apart. One starts with a Z and one starts with an X. One has to do with acid reflux. One has to do with anxiety. Like they're not even close. And he was like, oh. And then he goes to change it. But like, how did that even happen? You have to be on top of yourself.
Yes, you do.
And so I'm still super young, but I know I'm getting older. I'm not old, but I'm getting older. And so I didn't really think about before because you had a parent that was, on top of that. Like now I have to be on top of my own stuff. I'm unmarried. I don't have any, it's just me. And so you got to save yourself out here. You got to save yourself.
Let me just interject in there. I have a couple of things. So back to my book. That's right. I talk about mass diagnosis, MIS diagnosis, and missed, MISSED. Mass diagnosis is, oh yeah, everybody that comes in this morning, they're having the same thing, and they write you a prescription and send you on your way. Misdiagnosis is what Miss McGee experienced when there's nothing wrong with her heart, but they wanted to inpatient her at the ER to the cardiac floor. I said, absolutely not. We're not doing that. That is why our health premiums are skyrocketing, because doctors are admitting patients for anything just so they won't come back to the ER or just so they can get to the next patient. And that is a fact. And I know, because I witnessed it, and I witnessed it more than one time. Okay. And then misdiagnosis is the fact that Andrea had to go and be persistent about what her symptoms. She would not deter from the symptoms. And so finally, she gets the specialist who says, why did you go to all these other people? You should have come straight to me. So that meant that effectively she did present her symptoms. She did go to the doctor with what she needed to say, and the doctor still went on their way. But in January, you won't have to worry. Look, it's coming. Look, Lisa. Shalisa's on. It is the Patient Blueprint Journal. And right here, your medication directory. That's right. Let me tell you, not just Andrea. I have a person to call me and say they were in a skilled nursing facility and they were giving her, well, attempt to give her 2 medications. One she hadn't taken in 4 years, and one she had a bad reaction to. And you know what happened? They just looked at all the medications, put them all out, put them all in a cup, and she said, "What is that brown pill? What is that green pill?" And the nurse says, "I don't know." That's not even, we don't want to start on that one. I want you to know that if you get this book, okay, How to Get Out of the Hospital Alive, you're going to know about mass diagnosis, misdiagnosis, okay? You're going to know how to have your physician be your partner. You're going to know how to collaborate with all of your providers. You might not realize, but your lab technician and your imaging, they're your providers as well. You get a CT scan and it says no contrast, and they give you contrast and you're allergic to iodine, that's a problem. That's the situation going on. If you say, as she said, the doctor reads off the list for Xanax and she's taking Zantac, when that doctor would have forwarded those records to the next specialist, that would have been part of Andrea's medical directory. So yes, it is an awesome job to take care of yourself, but that's why you have me, Angela McGowan, your professional healthcare advocate and your caregiver strategist. All right, Miss McGee, please continue. And I'm sorry that your story is so long, but this is the healthcare journey. I'm sorry.
We can definitely wrap up here. I want people to be able to watch this in its entirety. I thought it was important to share. I mean, the bottom line is, I am safe. I think the biggest, bright spot in this entire journey is that, I know for certain that I am virtually healthy. There are some things, of course, that I can work on and will continue to do so. But, I have answers, with lab results. I know what my numbers are. I know, this, and I don't know, I'm sure you're going to do plenty more live videos that I could be a part of. But the whole diagnosis, I know with, African-American women in general with low vitamin D and low iron. And I have a friend, who wanted to talk about, and I'll connect the two of you. Maybe you can do something together. But I feel like everybody I know has the same diagnosis, either one or the other or both. And I mean, like, it just could be a coincidence, or, it's something really to look into. Like, is this something that folks are just saying to get us on these supplements? And, is there something else that we could be doing? I'm into my conspiracy theory at this point, but
that's part of the whole mass diagnosis. It is. When you go to the doctor, ladies and gentlemen, ER, whatever, when the doctor looks at you, they look at your gender. They look at your race. They look at how much you weigh. Yes, they look whether you're dressed in business attire. They look to see if you're a professional. They check your health insurance out. They know all of these things going on before they ever say, "Hello, my name is doctor." Or, "Hello, I'm the nurse practitioner." They already get a view of you. And that's why I'm saying, as patients, as powerful patients, you need to get a view of your doctor. You need to Google your doctor. You might not know on Yelp that he's been up or she's been up for a couple of malpractice things. There's a couple of people saying how rude that office is. There's something going on, how disingenuous they are. They're doing a case study on you. You need to find out who it is you are actually seeing. Are you seeing someone who is just like a manufacturer every 15 minutes? Or are you seeing someone that is actively listening to you so that when they hear something, they won't send you to the cardiologist? They will send you to the specialist so that will take care of your esophagus. Yeah, you might have shortness of breath, but what else? Every time you have shortness of breath, you're not having a heart attack. And listen, everyone knows they have a few pounds to lose. You don't need the doctor to tell you that. That's not your reasoning for going to the doctor. You knew that when you went there. So when you go there and they try to make that the primary reason, no, it started somewhere else. Whether it's a lack of medication, whether it's over medication, which happens, whether you're not following all the steps, please don't play yourself as you are not worthy of this medical care. And when they come in, they want to treat you like, so what is, and let me just say, I know once the doctor comes in, you can have all these thoughts in your mind. But when they come in, it's called the white coat fear syndrome. And as soon as you see them, your mind goes blank. You know what you were feeling. You know. So when you're in there and he or she might feel like they're pulling, like, well, what is it? Well, what is it? Well, what is it? You know, and that's because you need to be prepared. And I'm going to help you be prepared with my Powerful Patient Journal. You're going to be prepared. But look, it's coming out in January. But I know because when I had to onboard my own doctor, she says, oh, hello, how are you? Now, I've already seen a triage nurse who has tried to give me all kind of drugs, blood pressure, pain medic, some kind of opioid. She wasn't feeling good unless she knew I took something. Okay. And we'll talk about the opioid epidemic. But why did she feel I had to have some kind of blood pressure, diabetic medicine? Because I need to lose weight. So here we go with the mass diagnosis. Like, she's Black. She needs to lose weight. She has to be on diabetic medicine, high blood pressure medicine, something. Okay. And then the doctor came in with the same thing. But I had my phone. And on my phone, I let her know. Well, she said, hi, how can I do for you? I said, yes, I'd like to have a colonoscopy. I want a CBC Kim panel 1 and 2. I'd also like to have those little girl tests. And guess what? She was like taken aback because I was a powerful patient and I didn't come there for opioids. I didn't come there for blood pressure medicine or diabetic medicine. And I was well aware that I need to lose weight. Now, I want to talk about that. So I'm just saying, come on. I want you to be confident. I want you to be powerful. I want you to be informed when you go to your doctor, and make sure your doctor is on your medical team. They are there to serve you. Because if we didn't go to the doctor, they'd be out of work.
Hello.
So we are helping the economy. Okay? Okay. All right, Andrea, we're going to wrap it up, but give us a few closing, what you were going to say. I'm sorry. I just had to get that little part in.
Oh, well, I do see my story came in that I was talking about. I was just saying, that whole diagnosis with low iron and vitamin D, and hopefully we can continue that conversation. With the women who have been diagnosed, she made an excellent point in one of her posts, that are ignoring it as well. If you are properly diagnosed, then, you really need to be doing what's necessary. For me to think like, oh, I might be tired or going through other things because my body's just not operating at its optimal level. And there are things that I can do to feel better or to, be better. In general, I can be more productive. I can utilize the whole day instead of like feeling like I'm dragging myself through it. So those things are important. But I just thought that, it was a good idea to share, particularly with, my network that has kind of watched, me post about being in pain, going to different doctors, not knowing what's going on. I've had people, send me messages like, are you okay? And I didn't like getting into the conversation because I wanted to say, yeah, I'm okay, but I really didn't know. And I thought I sounded ridiculous telling somebody, well, I'm not sure, I'm just waiting on somebody to tell me what's going on with me. So I'm glad at this point to say, yes, I am okay. Like you said, there are some things that we can do, continuing to, work on weight loss and being more physically fit and perhaps, taking supplements and various vitamins that, I avoided that for like years. I was like, I ain't trying to take no pills, but, it may be necessary. So And then in my case, it absolutely is. So I appreciate, being able to share my story. I also am, super duper proud of you and this milestone. Like I said earlier this morning, like nobody, they can argue with me, fight facts with facts, but they're not more proud of you than I am, because I've been here and I have seen, like literally here, and I've seen the work that it has taken to put this together, the life experience that it took, the hours to write, the research that it took for you to find out, like, who can I trust this project with. So thank you to Collins and, that her publishing company, and, your group of homies, everybody that, really
That's right.
the past couple of years. I'm very, very grateful, because you not only found a great business community, it appears that you found great friends. And so that always makes me happy to know that, you can be entrusted, or other people can be entrusted with you. So thank you for the opportunity. I hope we helped some people today.
Yeah, I hope we did. And remember, you can get my book right here. All right, How to Get Out of the Hospital Alive. I should have been putting, and I thought I did put my website, and you can go to actually to get out alive, and that's going to be 12/20, today's date, and it'll take you right to the website where you can get it. So
is it a Bitly?
We had so many technical things going on, but don't worry, I will be posting it on Facebook. I want to give a little shout out to one of my business.
Sorry. Before you go forward, what was the link?
Yes, To Get Out Alive 12/20.
Is it lowercase?
All lowercase.
Okay. To Get Out Alive 12/20. Okay, go ahead.
Lisa Good is on. Well, she was on, and so I just am so excited because, on this journey, I knew a lot because of myself, because of caring for my husband, but I didn't realize why I wasn't like getting it going. And so I talked to her. She is actually a trauma and grief counselor, strategist, doctor. She does have her doctoral degree. And I just wanted to give her a little shout out on that, because I talked to her probably like 10 minutes, and she showed me something that I didn't even realize I was blocking my own self with. So, hey, just wanted to let her know I'm just love and care for her so much, and thank her for all that she's done for everyone that shared today. And I did see we had Tamika was on saying that mass diagnosis happened to her as well, and she's glad to say she did not have to go the route of being on prescriptions. But listen, there's nothing wrong with taking medication. Let me just say that right now. I'm not trying to fight that. But there is wrong with taking medication when you don't know if it's going to go for the symptom, or is it going for the illness, the acute condition that you have. There's something wrong with that. If you're taking something thinking you're getting better and all you're doing is being pacified and satisfied, that would be the symptom. That means you still have some health issues to be resolved. There's also something wrong with taking medications and you don't know how long. How long will you be taking this medication? Like 6 months or not? And as you're taking the medication, how long should you take it before you go back and say, I'm feeling better or not, and something has to be adjusted? That's something that we do not do as patients, as doctors' patients. And we should say, if there's a symptom, you should know about it. Now, let me just say this when we talk about most patients get more information about the medication from the pharmacist than they do their doctor. That should not happen. That absolutely should not be going on. You should know before you take the prescription in what's going on and what all these questions should be answered for you. Or even if it's called in. If your doctor does not have the time to answer these questions about the medication that he or she is writing, you need to run, not walk. Run and not walk, okay, to your telephone and call your membership services. And if that doesn't work, to call me. I will make it happen for you. It's not going to happen on my watch. So there are several hundreds, thousands of wonderful doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, surgeons, all kinds of specialists, and they are waiting for you to be their patients. Yes, they are. And so I'm inviting everyone to also be a part of the powerful patient movement that I am going to be launching on Monday, because I want everybody to be powerful. I want everybody to know about their medical history, their condition, and I want you to make sure that you're living your best life all the time, not just some of the time, but all the time. So don't forget to go to bit.ly/alive1220 Big 10, the 10 mistakes you make at every doctor's visit. So look for my posts. I'm Angie on Angie's Pace. I'm Angela McGowan, the founder of Angie's Pace. Please go to my Facebook page and follow me as I take you on the healthcare journey to get not just healthcare, but excellent healthcare according to your benefit package. Bye, everybody. Blessings.
Hold on. I'm like, my sword
wants to end it up. Thank you, guest. Firstborn, go for it.
Yeah. She said she could get on, so I at least put the link in there and see if she can. It may take her a few minutes to get on, so I'll stall for with what you said.
Here's a comment while you're. I don't let the doctor leave the room until all my questions are answered. Yes, that is a powerful patient. Thank you, Darlene. Definitely. You have to. You want me to post the link, or you already have it?
I put it in the chat. So
okay, yes, definitely. We definitely do not let the doctor out. Okay, but if you'll notice, while Tamika is coming on, if you'll notice that I need to allow her to come on. That's what it is. I don't think I had a room for 3. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. That's why she was able to come in, because I only had room for 2, and now I made sure that she can come on with us. I hope that she will try again. Oh, here she goes. Do I click it? Yeah. So try it. You want to go to that again. Type that in. You can go, and you should be able to come on with us, Andrea. Oh, Andrea put yes. Okay. Hey, there's my book coach. There she is. That's right, Vanessa Collins. I was just sharing, Vanessa. Everybody who wants to get a book out, you have the opportunity to get it out by Good Friday. Now, I'm sorry, Vanessa, but if you type something in there, I'll put it up there where they can go. I know she has a class coming up in January. She might not have that link ready, but she does know it's Vanessa Collins LLC. I know that part. You can find her on Facebook, Vanessa Collins as well. I do know those 2 things. So, hey, Darlene's going, hi, Vanessa. Everybody's like, hey, Van. We call her Van, but on Facebook, it is going to be, she says inbox it to her. I'm not sure.
I'm on it.
So we are doing that. So, and yes, I have my book here. My coach is on Alive. Look. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it. And I am going to be bringing in January the Patient Blueprint Planner. Yes, we're just finishing up a few things here. It is going to make it happen. And like I said, you are going to have the benefit of being able to go to your doctor as a powerful patient, and not just the doctor's patient. A powerful patient is purposeful, prepared, persistent. You're patient, but you're powerful. You don't have to go into the doctor's office ranting and raving. Oh, come on, coach. Come on, man. She's not giving me the link. So that means go to Vanessa Collins LLC, okay? And be ready to work, okay? I slipped up a little bit, but hey, I pushed through. On Good Friday, I'm telling you right now, that is your launch date. That's when your book is going to be live and ready. Oh, let me see. Oh, hey, Darlene says she's proud of me. Thank you. Let me put
Tamika, if you can't get on, we can always schedule a different time with you. So let me know. Just
we can. Oh, she says got it now. I don't know. Yes. Okay. And that's my coach going, there she is. So when you see that beautiful face, you have made it to the right place. Okay. That is her. She is going to make it happen for you. Well, the truth is, she is going to make you make it happen. She's going to teach you. How about that? Sounds better, Van. She's going to teach you. She's going to open you up and allow you to make it happen. And then she's going to demand, as every good coach does, she's going to demand that you make it happen. Okay. So it's just, I'm very excited about that it happened and that we got through, because look. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for this. Also, Van says she's loving the platform. If I can teach the digital master anything, then hey, I am on my way. I have Tech Diva on here, the digital master on here. Come on now. And as my husband used to say, Angelique.
Okay. No worries, girl. We'll we had our own time this morning.
How to get you on for our next live stream, okay? Because we are going to be talking about being a powerful patient, because the Powerful Patient Movement is going to be launching on Monday. And then we will have a regular day and time. And so Tamika and everyone else is going to be able to, hey, Tiffany, hey, Miss Angela. Be able to come and join and share, because I do know that this can be a frightening experience. Okay, I worked in the medical field for 20 years, and I was thanking God when that elevator opened on the bottom floor. If they would have let me run out the wheelchair, I would have. I was so glad that I made it out the hospital alive. I was glad, and I was in a great hospital. Okay, I don't want people to think that, but it was too much. Okay, that was other things that were going on that I didn't know. And let me just leave you with this. When you're going on a vacation, you find out everything. Airline rates, where you're going to stay, what you're going to eat. You know the menu. You know what you're going to order before you get there. You talk about it. If you have to learn a different language, you know what kind of clothes to wear. You know everything. But you will go and be admitted to a hospital, and you don't know if last week or a month ago they had a breakout of staph infection. You will go and check into a hospital and not know if that's the #1 hospital for that particular procedure. You will go into a hospital and not know if there's been several people that have not been fruitful in their employment there because of the way they practice, and they were asked to leave. So I'm saying, if you're going to go for almost a whole year for a vacation to be ready, then you need to do your due diligence and be ready before you go into the hospital. And of course, those that are caring for their parents, a big shout out to you, but I definitely want you to be a part of the Powerful Patient Movement, because you are not only taking care of yourselves, you're taking care of your loved one as well. And so I want you to make sure that you are a part of our Powerful Patient Movement, because we want to take care of our loved ones, and we want to make sure that they are here with us as long as possible, and we want them to have excellent care as well. So I thank all of you for being so patient and getting on, getting off. I'm on my platform, she's on her platform. We're just but the thing was, we were determined that we were going to get this information out, and that everyone was going to be the benefactor of it as well. So Merry Christmas in advance. That's right. This is author and publisher Angela H. McGowan thanking you. And that's right. And we're signing off and thanking you for joining us. Remember, you can go to bit.ly/alive 1220 big 10. BIG 10, and get those 10 mistakes that you are making when you go to the doctor. All right, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I'm everywhere. Look for me at Angie's Pace. Take care. Blessings. Are we done, Miss McGee? Because I don't want to sign off without you.
You can follow me everywhere at I am Angie McGee. And I also have, as I mentioned, a network for fempreneurs, so women entrepreneurs, or if you have an entrepreneurial mind or idea and you need help fleshing it out, that's called the No Excuse Crew, where we specialize in solutions. Okay, I'm so not for the feel good, let me just patch up your emotions. Let's try to figure out how to solve the problem so that you can get your product, your service into the world. So
right, exactly. Facebook and IG. I will be back on some other platforms, but hey, I'm excited that all of you came and joined us on today. I have one more. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, all right. So that was just Tamika giving you another message. All right, everyone, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.